So with my BDR teams, I was always interested in the end of the week, obviously, on how many meetings they booked, but I would also always ask them about the rejections you got. What did we learn from the rejections? Because
Nice.
that we can use that knowledge to rewrite the sequence, rewrite the cold calling script, rewrite the opener. So I always, trying to encourage my BDRs to actually appreciate rejection. So it's also easier to keep going and try to dig on those as a learning thing. So I was like, if you learn from the rejection, then it was not a waste of time. I know it doesn't count towards your target, but it will help you change stuff to then help your reaching your target. So I was always like, first I want a meeting. If you don't get a meeting, try to get a referral. If you don't get a referral, get a constructive rejection. And if you get one of the three, it was not a waste of time.
Like, either I would add a fourth one to that. Like the fourth one would be like you can disqualify them within the first 2 minutes so you don't waste more time on that account or that person, right?
Yeah,
So it's the same thing, like, to just get smarter from it is basically the.
but then that's a constructive rejection, right?
Yes,
Because then
yes, yes.
like I I was wrong. My assumption was wrong, so I shouldn't call the industry anymore, right? So for me, that fourth one falls into the reject constructive rejection because you're learning for the next time. Like, okay, this account that looked great, actually no.
In my opinion, it really, I think the number one way why people avoid prospecting is I need to I want to be careful, but at the same time I don't want to be careful. It's really how much they believe in themselves and how much can they face rejection without taking it personal, right? Because that's the thing, right? If you call someone and they start shouting at you and you're gonna get affected by that, yeah, you're never gonna excel at cold calling or cold prospecting, right? Which is also one of the reasons why many BDRs, SDRs, or whatever hide behind sending messages, emails, because they're like it's more safe, right? It makes them feel protected, right? They can ignore it easier. While on the phone, you have to have that confidence, right? And so I try to instill this mindset in my people where I'm really telling them like the number one rule of prospecting is don't take it personal. Like don't ever take it personal. First of all, this is a job. This is not your life depending on it. You're not going to die, right? And the world will go on. And, maybe you have the power to make someone's day better and it's something positive, right? Second of all, it's not about you, right? People have their own stuff that they're going through. And as I said, like, you might want to look at it as like, oh, they're just having a bad day. This is not because of my call. And now I'm given an opportunity to make it even better. Like, I've also done some crazy stuff in the past, but I would tell people like, wow, it sounds like you're really having a bad day. Is there anything I can do to make it easier? Like unrelated to the call, right? So I think if you add that human element and you're aware of that and you can look at it like that, it becomes fun and it becomes a game and there's no way you can fail, right?
Yeah.
When you look at it
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
absolutely. I think that's very important for you what she's actually mentioned. It's not you. If it would be someone else calling at that moment in time, they'll get shouted at. So it's so if you really understand and assimilate that, it's like, okay, yeah, it's just I just happen to be me,
Yeah,
It's not
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Exactly, exactly.